Good afternoon. This is Veterans Talk. It ain't nothing but a thing, but it's a thing we want you tuned into every Saturday afternoon. I'm Elsa McGee, your host, and I'm here today doing the same thing I've been trying to do ever since we started the show back in 2004. Trying to make sense out of a sensitive situation called the plight of veterans in the USA, and the USA with the plight of veterans. It is something that we need to talk about. It needs to be a part of the conversation in every household in the community that has a family member that's a veteran. We are being shortchanged, been shortchanged, and going to continue to be shortchanged unless we stand up to the word we took, the pledge we made to these United States of America, and hold them accountable for the word they gave us in return, that those who serve would be treated with respect and benefits that they earned when they came back from military service. That is the income equity that veterans are supposed to get for the sacrifice that they made in military service. Now, today, at this time, right now, the VA, the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, is looking at the fact of racial discrimination against minorities, primarily blacks, and the claim decision of all the areas of the VA, the claim decision. If you don't know what claims is, this is when you file for your benefits, and mostly disability benefits for those of us that have been disabled by our military service. So you don't want that played with, but they have played with it for generations. Now, this ain't the first time we talked about this. This is the second time, because we talked about Yale University doing a suit against the VA. Now the VA is setting up another committee to do what the Constitution tells them they should be doing anyway. The pledge that they made to us anyway. Why do you need to set up something to determine that when all you got to do is look at the claims that you have granted? And you will see the disparity between the ratings, the standards of review, and the evidence that it takes for us to win a claim. And sometimes, in spite of all the evidence, in spite of all the meeting all the criteria of the claim, they will send you around in circles until you die. We as veterans, the day like we've been doing for the last few weeks, we asking this question, because all this is relevant right now. Do veterans' votes matter? Do veterans' votes matter? Do it matter who we vote for? We see all this division and upheaval in our country, but this can be remedied by the way we use our votes. What has happened, we have been so dramatized in this country, we have allowed forces to develop that's causing separations of the people in this country. You know, all of a sudden now we can't come together and recognize the facts as the facts and do the law the way we pledge to do the law. Equality and justice for all. That means equality. When equality means that if you charge, if there's evidence of you committing a crime, then you're gonna be subject to the same criminal statutes and procedures that everybody else is primitive to. That's one thing. But another thing is that when you pay taxes, you pay your taxes religiously when you work or when you go to the store and make purchases. But when it comes time for those taxes to roll back to your community, you got potholes. You know, you got second class, underrated, cheap work in your community. So the streets don't even ride as good in my neighborhood as it in another neighborhood. We need to look at, do veterans' votes matter? And I'm not talking to black veterans, Hispanic veterans, or white veterans. I'm talking to all veterans, because we are in the same boat. We know we are in the same boat. A lot of other people don't recognize that, and they're trying to get us not to recognize it. So we have become infected with exclusionists. I'm gonna put it like that. We get people that has infiltrated the government They don't have any allegiance to this government that we have, that we serve for. But they have infiltrated because they know getting a position of power or position of authority within this government can cause this government to malfunction. You know, right now we're looking at a